Hello everybody, this is the Vikstrand and this is my hotel here in Capri. We're gonna take a look today on our good friend Dario Argento. In 1977 he made a movie called Suspiria. Many people think that this is his best movie of all time. We'll see if I agree with him. Now, if you're seeing this movie and you're thinking, why does this dialogue seem so weird sometimes? And why does the doorknob seems to be so high up? Well, there's a reason for that. In the beginning, when Argento wrote this, he wrote this as it would feature 10 to 11-year-old girls in this ballet academy that we're going to see whether or not it's good or not. But the movie producer balked at the idea of murders and terror happening to young children, so Argento had to change them to adults, but he still kept the original dialogue. That is why the girls seems a little bit childish a lot of times, and you know, it's weird. So did somebody order an Argento with extra everything? I think somebody did, because this is Suspiria. Susie is an American who has come to Germany to attend a famous ballet academy. Now, when she arrives there, everything goes topsy-turvy for kind of fast. A student is murdered, weird things are going on there, and she starts to suspect that there is some kind of evil force lurking around there. And what secrets does the ballet academy actually has? And she also starts fearing for her own safety and health. Suspiria is a Dario Argento movie on freaking steroids. And you can argue that this is absolutely style over substance, but it doesn't matter. This is my favorite Argento movie by a considerable amount. This is an absolute Argento fever dream. The lighting, the sets, the angles, and the music. Oh my god, the music. Goblin's music is so fucking intense that looking at the building, walking through a hallway, hey, you could probably drink a glass of water to it and it would be the scariest thing you've ever seen. Basically, the music is so effective that no one has ever done it since or after. Maybe because they thought that it is too much. And I would argue it is too much. But it doesn't matter, because it makes this movie so intense that it is ridiculous. Suspiria is a style over substance movie. It is difficult to try to analyze the plot in a deeper way without running into some snags, and the movie is gonna, you know, feel a bit stupid and nothing's gonna make any sense. So don't do that. Don't do yourself the disservice of trying to analyze Suspiria. It will only make you sad. Like, why does a ballet academy has a room full of razor wires? Beat me. This movie is the start of the sort of unofficial trilogy that Argento made, which was this one, Inferno, and Mother of Tears. I would say Suspiria is a semi-supernatural horror movie, which should, on paper, make me a little bit sour and a bit surly, but I'm not. Because it is so amazingly shot, because it is so gorgeously scored, because the setups, because it has a mystery to it. All of these things combat my apathy and my distaste for supernatural horror movies. Plus, they don't do a drag out long and complicated finale. They do it fairly quickly and then boom, it's over. It's a perfect ending to an almost perfect movie. Now, I will say this. If you have a DVD version of this one and you have the ability to watch this in Italian, then do so. Because some of the dialogue in English sounds terrible. The absolute majority of people in this movie has English as their main language, and that's probably how the movie was shot. But I still would advise you to, if you have the option to see it in the Italian dub, see that, because it sort of covers the childlike dialogue thing, which sounds a bit silly in English. You can watch this movie over and over and over and over again, and you'll find new small little details, new small little things you didn't notice before, and it is an absolute masterclass in storytelling. Storytelling 101 should be enhance your strengths, hide your weaknesses, and this movie is the absolute proof of what you get when you do that. Suspiria is far from a perfect movie, but it is so good. It is so incredibly great storytelling. It has this eerie feeling to it, and it is like a cozy and very frightening blanket to wrap yourself into, because Argento can make looking at the building scary. He can make leaving an airport scary. It is amazing what Argento can do in this movie, and he would never ever make a movie that was this great again. When it comes to the weird sort of remake, the 1+ hour longer version they did a couple of years ago, I like that movie. I think that movie is very unique and has a lot of good stuff in it, even though I couldn't really connect to it in a way that I wanted to, because the movie was so bizarre. And also, this is not on their fault, this is all on my fault. I expected this to be a more traditional remake of the original, and they went with a completely different thing, borrowed the title and made it more emphasis on the ballet, in which this one is more emphasizing on the murdering stuff. If you are an Argento fan and haven't seen it, then shame on you. If you like horror movies, this one should be right up your alley, because how incredibly intense it is. The drawn out super scary sequences are still freaking haunting. I get goosebumps just by thinking about them. I think Suspiria is an absolute masterclass and it could be appreciated by horror fans and also non-horror fans, because how incredibly gorgeous, beautiful and unique the movie is. Also, bonus stuff, Udo Kier shows up in this movie for a short little sequence, and it's kind of jarring to see Udo Kier as a young and not somebody's creepy uncle, 2 as an actually decent and not evil guy, and 3 not dying. There are some minor pacing issues, and there are the thing about the childlike dialogue that I still kind of feel is dumb. There are these sort of dragged out sequences that could have been shortened just a little bit, but I really liked it that this movie clocks in at a very pleasant 99 minutes, and the movie gets a solid 89 points. It's Argento's best movie. It is one of the best horror movies I have ever seen, and not to forget, it has the best horror soundtrack of all time. Alright, so I'll see you next time from, well, so-and-so reviewing, well, such and such. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.